Hiya, this is Netty. So welcome back to Rubbish Rambles. So the weather's turned a little bit for the worse now, so a little bit wrapped up more than usual. But loads to tell you. So at the weekend I went away to Ireland, went to Insomnia Gaming Festival over there, and we had it's like loads of birds. Had an absolutely amazing time. It was we did loads and loads of stage stuff, met loads of you guys. It was really, really cool. There's a vlog of it on my channel now. Part one is already up, and the next part goes up tomorrow, so you can catch that then. So some of the stage stuff we did, one of the really cool things we did was it was a game called Super Fight Pictionary. But what we did, with Super Fight you pick a card and you get given a character, and then the next card's an attribute. So one of mine was I was a crazy cat lady and I could shoot bees from my mouth every time I opened it. And so but because it was Pictionary, instead of talking it, I had to draw it. So we had these big boards, so I had to draw a big crazy cat lady and then have bees coming out her mouth, and then the others had to the audience had to guess what it was that I had drawn, and then we had to argue why we would win in a fight. So Tomahawk had a shark that had a strong moustache that he could control at his will. So he did a shark coming out the water with a big twisty moustache with muscles on it. It was really funny. And I had my crazy cat lady, and so we had to argue who would win the fight, and then the audience would cheer and stuff. So that was really funny. I've never done that game before. Well, I've done Super Fight before, but I've never done it in that way. So that was really, really good fun. It was really amazing. I don't think I won any of the rounds of that. I can't really remember, but I don't think I actually won a round of that. But it was really, really good. We did loads of high pixel build battles over the weekend. And what was really cool is we took someone from the audience to be our teammate. So I did one up against Ash, and the theme was zoo, and I had someone from the audience with me, and Ash had someone from the audience with him, and then we did a build battle, and then we won. And so then we went into the final and went up against In the Littlewood and his teammate, and we ended up drawing, which was really cool. Then the other one we did, I did it teamed with Mini Mooka, and in the final you got teamed with someone from the audience, and we had to do monsters, and I did it was a rainbow monster, and it was all patchwork and colourful, and it would steal rainbows off people and stuff like that. And then Minnie did a kind of SpongeBob-y one, and a monster that just poops. That was his monster, but we ended up losing. We didn't win that round, but it was really, really good fun. There was loads of really funny things that happened over the weekend. Mini Moo, oh, it was awful. On the first night we were there, because in all our rooms we had big fluffy dressing gowns and slippers, and so in one of the evenings we were we'll all go and have a dressing gown party. So we all went to the James MC's room, and we were all in our dressing gowns, and there was a little balcony, and you could go out and you could see the INEC and stuff. So I'm out there taking a photo, and Minnie's oh, Netty. I was what? And he was there's people in the gardens around me. He was oh, Netty, I've dropped the key. I was what do you mean you've dropped the key? And he was well, I was joking around, I've dropped it off the balcony. And I was what do you mean you've dropped the key off the balcony? You might have to take Rubbish Rambles inside for today, as the neighbours are cutting the grass. Bye. So we are now inside. You can still even kind of hear it, that's so loud. But yeah, so the neighbours are cutting the grass, so that kind of ruined the outside feel of Rubbish Rambles. I really like being outside for Rubbish Rambles. It's been really nice, kind of getting a little bit of fresh air, chatting to you guys. It kind of makes it more relaxed. But yeah, so get back to the story. So Mini Mooka was oh, I've dropped the key. And I was what do you mean you've dropped the key? I was he'd locked the door and then dropped the key off the edge of the balcony, and it was raining, we were in dressing gowns. I was Minnie, we're locked out, and we're banging on the door let us in, and they couldn't work out a way of doing it from the inside. So we were oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We were out there for about 15 minutes in the rain, and then it turns out Minnie had the key the whole time. He was just doing it for a joke. I was like, what are you doing? You just like locked us out. So that was like really, really funny and quite silly. A very typical mini mooker thing to do. But yeah, it was like a really fun weekend. Like they had like a spa thing in the hotel as well. So that was like really nice to like get to like chill out after the event. Like go into like they had like a hot tubby bit, and it was really, really nice just sort of like swimming around the pool. It was like really relaxed. But the actual event itself was like incredible. I met so many people. It was like we did like quite a lot of stage things, like pretty much like one stage thing after another. So it was like kind of really nice to kind of like really be doing stuff, because sometimes with some events like we'll do something on the stage and then we can't really walk around the floor that much, because if you get stopped somewhere and then like people keep coming for stuff to get signed, you could then be late for like your next stage thing. So sometimes we kind of get a bit stuck, kind of like, well, I've not got a stage thing right now, but I've got one soon, so I can't really go on the floor in case like I don't make it back for my next stage thing. So where we were like so busy the whole time, it was really good, and we got to meet like so many people, which was really cool. There was one time that someone said like, oh, there's some people waiting to meet you. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go out. And they said like we had to go to a special area upstairs. And so Tom and I went up there and met them, and the queue kind of fizzled out quite quickly. And Tom and I were like, oh, that was really chilled. Like went through that really quickly. It was nice. And then we like went down the stairs and like through the event to get back. And we got stopped on the stairs, and we were like, okay, this is a like health and safety hazard now. We've got to go back upstairs. And so like we went back up, and then we did like another one, and then we went down again, and we got stopped by like Choo Choo's like merchandise stand. And once we got stopped there, it just didn't stop. We were there for like ages. In the end, like security had to come and take us away for our next stuff, because like we like caused like a massive like collision. It was like quite bad. We probably but we tried doing it upstairs, but the queue would kind of fizzle out, and then we'll be like, oh, we've seen everyone who wants to see us, and they'll be like, no, we haven't, kind of thing. So it was really funny, and it was really good. And it was funny because we were walking around. There was like one person in particular who like we met when we were walking around, and they really, really reacted like where they weren't expecting to see us at that point. So that was really cool. Oh, the other really cool thing was this is in the vlog as well. You have to check out the vlog to like see everything I'm telling you about. They had like we were driving past the venue when we first got there, and like I was just filming out the window like, oh, like the INEC, like great. Then someone was like, Netty, you're on the billboard. Like, it was like a picture of me on the billboard, and then it was also on like the back of like buses. It was on like these big flags, and they were really nice. I'm gonna try and sort this out now. They let me keep a flag. I'm trying to do this with one hand because I'm holding the camera in the other. Here we go. I won't hold the whole thing up because it's really, really big. But this is like just to get an idea of it. This is the most relaxed Rubbish Rambles. I'm like lying down like on the sofa pretty much. Like look, I'm like got my feet up. I'm just like, this is like such a chill video. I've got the Rubbish Ramble elephant slippers. I think they've like become like a part of Rubbish Rambles now. It's like they are Rubbish Rambles. Like I just wear them just for that. But yeah, so I'm like really relaxed. But I don't know if you can see. Look, it's my face. I'll try and do this. Oh, don't know if you can see that. I won't know until I edit it. But I'm like literally like buried at the moment. But yeah, I want a flag. It's huge. It's such a big flag, so that was really cool, and they let me keep one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Can't really, it's like quite big, can't really put it up anywhere. God, they're really cutting the grass. It's really loud. But yeah, so had an absolutely amazing time. Tomahawk and I are going to another event. It's like it's more a serious event. It's not so much like loads of stuff like gaming to do. It's more talks and stuff. You have to be over 16 to go. Like you guys are welcome to go. It's in Manchester. I'll put more details up about it. I'll tweet about it and stuff when I've got all the exact details. But it's going to be more like kind of like talks and like people. It's like Q&As kind of like, but more about like being a YouTuber and about what we do and like our typical day and all of that kind of thing, rather than like what our favorite Minecraft blog is and stuff like that. It's more like an industry talk, I guess. So if you're interested in being like a YouTuber or knowing like what actually goes into doing what we do, because I think like a lot of people think like all we do is like play games and stuff. It's such a small part of it. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing to do, and it would be quite nice to actually kind of explain it, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but Tom Hawk and I are doing that. But I will give more details about that nearer the time. Oh, well, I think it's next weekend, I think, potentially. So it is soon, but that's being held in Manchester. So if you're in the Manchester area, let me know. You never know, you might get to come, but you do have to be over 16 for this event. But we are going to be about. So I'm trying to think, like, I don't really have that much else to tell you, I guess, at the moment. With Insomnia, I guess, like, check out the vlog if you want to see it a bit more. Originally, I put in the vlog, like, this is going to be just a short video to show you what we got up to. But it ended up, like, I have more footage than I thought I did. It ended up being, like, over 20 minutes, like, the vlog. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts. So that's, like, the first part's 20 minutes. And then there's now going to be, like, the next part as well. So check that out. And I hope you enjoy it. And thank you very much for watching this episode of Rubbish Rambles, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!